Okay guys, hello guys, good morning. So ngayon, try natin mag-solve ng sample problems related to biological assets. So unahin natin to guys. Mia Company is in agribusiness producing cacao to sell to chocolate factories. Its statement of financial position on December 31, 2004 presents as follows. So 2 tractors, estimated value is 1 million. 3 computers, estimated value 60,000. Software, 50,000. Cacao bearing trees, 10 million pesos. Mia's assets also included pods of recently harvested cacao with an estimated value of 2 million pesos. So question guys is, how much should be classified as biological assets? So isa-isahin natin to guys kung ang mga items na ba ito ay sakop ng PAS 41 or IAS 41, which is yung standard ng biological assets. So itong tractor, 2 tractors, estimated value is 1 million, is obviously hindi siya biological asset. So isa siyang tangible asset at saka covered siya ng PAS 16 o PPE or IAS 16. So hindi siya biological asset. Although related siya sa or in connection siya sa agricultural activity, but then again hindi siya swak doon sa definition ng biological asset, which is a living plant or animal. 3 computers, hindi rin kasi sa PAS 16 na din ito or IAS 16. Software, yung software guys, hindi rin siya included kasi part siya ng intangible assets. So intangibles ito guys, so hindi siya included. And cacao bearing trees, yung cacao bearing trees, which is 10 million. So itong cacao bearing trees ay isa siyang living plant, so swak siyang part ng swak siya part ng biological asset kasi living plant siya. Pero stay put muna natin to guys kasi may ano pa dito, meron pa tayong analysis na gagawin dito sa cacao bearing trees. Tapos sabi ito guys na Mia's assets also included pods of recently harvested cacao with an estimated value of 2 million. So ito na yung agricultural produce. So again, yung cacao bearing trees, part ba siya ng biological asset? By definition, yes, pero hindi na siya sakop ng PAS 41 kasi cacao bearing trees ay isa na siyang bearer plant. And sa bagong standard ng PAS 41, bearer plant ay part ng PPE. So itong cacao bearing trees guys, hindi na siya included or hindi na siya sakop ng PAS 41, although biological asset siya, pero hindi na siya sakop ng PAS 41 kasi PAS 16 or IAS 16 na ang standard niya. So hindi siya biological asset. Next, itong recently pods, hindi rin siya biological asset kasi isa siyang agricultural produce. So ang tanong niya man ay biological asset at hindi naman agricultural produce, so hindi rin ito kasali. So the answer is 0. Okay, so baka magtanong kayo guys, bakit hindi included? Kasi nga ang 2 million ay isang agricultural produce. Although sakop siya ng PAS 41 or IAS 41, pero hindi siya biological asset kasi nga agricultural produce siya. So hindi siya kasali as biological asset. And itong cacao bearing trees, take note, bearer plant siya. So ang standard niya ay, yung accounting standard niya ay IAS 16 or PAS 16. Okay guys, so next question is for the number 2. The following pertains to the biological assets owned by Estes Farms Incorporated. So carrying amount niya, January 1, 459,570. Purchases niya, 26,250. Gain arising from fair value, changes in fair value less cost to sell, attributable to physical change. So, 15,250. Tapos, yung gain naman arising from changes in fair value attributable to price changes. So, sa price change, 24,580. So, ang tanong niya guys ay, the carrying amount of biological assets as on December 31 is, so, madali lang to guys. It's very simple. So, ang gawin natin guys is, i-add natin yung, mag-start tayo doon sa carrying amount. So, yung carrying amount niya is 459,570. Tapos, i-add lang natin ang purchases na 260. So, plus 260. Then, gain arising from changes in fair value guys. So, since nag-increase ang fair value niya due to physical change, so, i-add mo din ito. And then, gain, meron din siyang gain ng kanyang fair value due to price change. So, i-add mo rin ito, 24,580. So, ang total niya na lahat guys ay 459,570 plus 26,250 plus 15,350 plus 24,580. So, 525,750. So, ito yung answer guys. So, the answer is letter C. Or, pwede nyo rin gawin guys is mag-T account kayo. Okay? So, biological asset. So, pwede kayo mag-T account. So, dito yung beginning balance sa debit side. Tapos, dito yung purchases kasi addition siya. Tapos, dito rin yung mga gain. Gain in changes. Gain in changes in fair value. In fair value less cost to sell due to physical change at saka yung price change. At tapos guys, dito sa credit side, dito yung sale or pwede rin disposal. So, ang i-compute mo to guys, so ang ending dito na. And ending balance. So, pwede ka mag-T account or pwede rin na you can directly add yung mga purchases, gains arising from physical change or price change. Tapos, i-less mo lang yung sales at saka yung disposal. So, this is guys, madali lang siya. Another example guys sa pag-compute ng ending balance ng biological asset. So, pwede mo siyang i-T account. Pwede mo rin siyang diretso na add or minus. So, i-add mo lang yung purchases from the beginning balance. Tapos, i-add mo rin yung mga gain arising from changes in fair value due to price change or physical change. Tapos, i-minus mo lang yung sales at saka minus mo lang yung disposal. So, ang sagot nun ay ending balance na ng biological asset. So, another example na naman ito. The following pertains to the biological asset owned by Bay Farms Incorporated. So, carrying amount daw niya, January 1, 800,000. Carrying amount, December 31, 1,080,000. Purchases, 230. Sales, 110. So, yung tanong niya guys ay, the amount to be recognized in the current period, profit or loss due related to this biological asset is, so, amount to be recognized in the profit or loss. So, meaning guys, this pertains or it pertains to the gain arising from changes in fair value due to physical change at saka price change. So, yung gain nito guys, in changes, yan yung hinahanap natin. Yun yung ilalagay natin sa profit or loss. So, pwede mo siyang i-T account, pwede mo rin siyang i-work back. So, gagawin ko guys is, i-work back ko na lang. So, yung beginning niya, ito, 800,000. Diba? 800,000. Tapos, diba, i-add mo tong purchases na 230. So, add 230. Tapos, diba, yung sales, deduction yan siya. Kasi sa credit side yan ng T account. So, less mo yung 110. And then, dito guys, dito yung gain. Kasi mag-a-add ka pa ng gain in changes of fair value less cost to sell due to physical change at saka price change. So, yung sagot nito guys, given provided na given na yung gain, ito na yung ending. Ito yung December 31. Yung ending natin na December 31. So, 1,080,000. So, say it's given na yung gain, given na yung ending, given na yung sales, given na yung beginning, given na yung purchases, work back mo na lang. Okay? So work back natin guys. 1,080. So, since deduction ito, i-add mo plus 110 less 230 less 800,000. So, the answer would be 160. So, ito yung gain in changes of fair value arising from price change or physical change. So, 160 ang answer. Pwede mo rin siyang i-account guys. So, lagay mo lang dito yung beginning. Yung beginning mo is 800,000. Yung ending mo, dito na din, 1,080,000. Yung sales is 110. So, dito siya sa credit side. Tapos, yung purchases, since increase siya, so, dito siya sa debit side, 230. So, yung hinahanap natin ay yung gain. So, yung gain, dito yun guys, yung gain. So, ito yung hinahanap natin. So, pag i-work back mo ito, the answer would be 160 pa din. Okay? So, you can use, in arriving sa ending balance ng biological asset, you can either directly add the purchases, add the gain arising from changes in fair value less cost to sell, and deduct yung sales at saka yung disposal. So, yun na yung ending. Or, you can use the T account. So, madali lang siya guys. Okay guys, so try natin i-solve to. Last problem for the biological assets. So, ito guys is this talks about yung price change at saka yung physical change. So, dito natin may explain kung paano mag-compute ng price change and paano rin mag-compute ng physical change. So, Angela Farms has a herd of 10 2-year-old animals at January 1 of the current period. On July 1, one animal aged 2.5 was purchased for 108 and one animal was born. No animals were sold or disposed of during the period. Per unit fair values, less cost to sell were as follows. So, yung 2-year-old for January guys is 100. Yung newborn niya, July 1 is 70. 2.5-year-old animal, July 1 is 108. Newborn niya, nung December 31 is 72. 0.5-year-old na December 31 is 80. 2-year-old na December 31 is 105 pesos. 2.5-year-old na December 31 ay 111 pesos. At 3-year-old animal na December 31 ay 120 pesos. So, yung tanong niya guys is, magkano daw yung carrying amount ng biological assets as of December 31 of the current year? So, madali lang yan siya guys kasi you just pick up yung fair value less cost to sell noong December 31. So, for the 2-year-old animal, so since 2-year-old siya January 1, so magiging 3 years old na siya pagdating ng December. So, since ang 3-year-old ay 120 per unit, tapos 10 sila na 3 years old, so that will be 120. Yung isa is 2.5. Yung 2.5 is magiging 3 years old na din siya. So, 120 again times 1, isang 3, so 120 na naman. Tapos, yung isa guys na newborn. So, newborn niya noon is yung July 1. So, wala pa siyang age. Pagdating ng December 31, magiging 0.5 na siya. So, yung 0.5 as of December 31 ay 80. So, 80 times, isa lang naman yung newborn. So, 80 siya dito. So 120 times 10, 1,200 to guys. So total mo 1,200 plus 120 plus 80, that would be 1,400. So yung biological assets to be reported as of December 31 ay 1,400. So that's letter B. Next tanong nyo guys is magkano daw yung increase ng fair value due to price change. So if due to price change, take note na kino-compare lang natin sa price change ay yung differences ng price nila. So ang mangyayari niyan ay same lang yung age. So kasi pag same ang age, yung fair value lang yung mag-change. So same ang age pero different ang dates. So take note guys na pag price change ay same ang age pero different ang dates. So basically kung magkano yung 2 years old nung January 1 at saka magkano na rin ang 2 years old sa December 31, so that constitutes a price change kasi same lang yung age. Kino-compare mo lang kung magkano yung 2 years old nung January 1 at saka 2 years old ng December 31. So let's do it. So ang una guys ay 'di ba may 2 years old. Yung January 1 meron siyang 10 yung 2 years old niya. So may 10 animals siya na 2 years old. So magkano ba yung 2 years old ng January 1? Yung 2 years old ng January 1 ay 100. And then since price change siya, so i-compare mo siya doon sa 2 years old din ng December 31. So yung 2 years old ng December 31 ay 105. So basically, ang magiging computation nyan ay 105 less 100. So you have to compare nung 2 years old December 31 at 2 years old ng January 1. Then times the number of animals, that is 10. Next mong i-compare ay yung 2.5. So pumili ka daw ng isang 2.5-year-old. So yung 2.5 nung July 1 at saka yung 2.5 ng December 31. So same age pero different ang date. So yung 2.5 ng December 31 ay 111. Compare mo doon sa 2.5 nung July 1, that is 108. So isang animal lang yun. And then yung newborn. So magkano ang presyo ng newborn nung July 1 at saka magkano na rin ang presyo ng newborn nung December 31. So December 31 na newborn, so 72. Tapos nung July 1 nung pinanganak siya, that is 70. So compare mo lang yung prices guys nung December at saka January from the beginning and yung reporting date. So isa lang ito. So 105 less 100, so that is 5 times 10, that is 50. Tapos 111 less 108, that is 3 times 1, that is 3. Then 72 less 70, so 2 times 1, 2. So basically yung price change na lahat-lahat ay 55. So yung change ng fair value less cost to sell due to price change ay 55. So that is letter A. Okay guys, so take note, basta price change, same lang yung age. Dapat hindi magkaiba yung age kasi pag magkaiba yung age guys, ang tawag na dyan ay physical change. So sa price change, hindi magkakaiba yung age. Dapat same lang yung age na kino-compare mo. So kung 2 years old nung beginning at saka 2 years old ng reporting date, so i-compare mo lang yung prices. Next, yung tanong niya sa next na tanong ay hinahanapan tayo ng increase ng fair value due to physical change. So, sa physical change guys, dito na yung magkakaiba na ang age. Kasi nga, physical change, di ba? Ang physical change ay yung procreation, tapos mag-iiba na yung age, so parang magiging older na. So basically, mag-iiba yung ano niya talaga is mag-iiba yung age. So i-compare mo yung age ng 3 years old versus doon sa i-compare mo yung price ng 3 years old tsaka yung price ng 2 years old. So that is a physical change. Okay. So balik tayo dito guys. So yung 2 years old mo, yung 2 years old, meron kang 10 2 years old. 'Di ba yung 2 years old guys is magiging 3 years old na yan siya. So magkano na yung difference nila? So take note guys na take note pala guys na sa physical change dito na yung formula mo dito ay same na ang dates pero different na ang age. Okay? So take note, basta physical change, different na ang age. So automatic na yan guys na same ang date. So yung 2 years old on January 1, magiging 3 years old na siya. So yung 3 years old niya noong December 31 ay 120. Tapos yung siyempre 3 years old siya December 31, malamang sa beginning niya 2 years old. So yung 2 years old niya noong December 31 ay 105. Take note guys na dapat same lang ang date at saka yung age lang yung different. So same ang date, different ang age. So 10 ito, and then yung isa, yung 2.5, di ba? 2.5 siya nung July 1. Tapos ang physical change niya doon ay magiging 3 na siya sa December 31. So 3 nung December 31 ay 120. Tapos yung edad na yung July is 2.5. So yung 2.5 nung December 31 again ay 111. So less 111. So isa lang yun guys. And then yung newborn. So yung newborn nung July 1, so wala pa siyang age. Tapos nung magiging at pagdating ng December 31, magiging 0.5 na siya. So yung 0.5 nung December 31 ay 80. Tapos yung newborn nung December 31 ay 72. So isa lang siya. So let's compute. So 120 less 105, so times 10, that is 150. And then 120 less 111 times 1, that's 9. Then 80 less 72, that is 8. And take note guys na pag physical change, hindi lang yung mga existing animals ang i-compute natin for the physical change. Hindi lang yung existing animals ang i-add natin ng age. Take note na ang isa din sa physical change ay yung tinatawag natin na procreation o yung panganganak. So yung panganganak guys o yung pagdami ng mga animals ay isa ding physical change. So yan yung procreation, yung pagnanganak yung animal. So take note na nanganak, 'di ba? May nanganak doon. One animal was born on July 1. So yung value nung July 1, guys, i-add natin siya as physical change. So newborn animal nung July 1 ay 70. 70 yung value niya nung nanganak. So part yan siya ng physical change. Physical change kasi procreation siya. So total mo yun lahat, guys. 150 plus 9 plus 8 plus 70, that is 237. So yung change ng fair value ng biological assets due to physical change ay 237. So that is letter C. Yan. So guys, so sana may natutunan kayo. Comment nyo lang guys if meron kayong if nalilito kayo. So pwede kayong mag-comment sa comment section. And try natin sagutin. Okay, so bye-bye!